Welcome back. I'm Tyler, you're watching Scarfing Scarves, and welcome to the second installment of Last Week Lolita News. At the top of the segment, poor man's melty cream donut continues to spawn mass hysteria as those lacking enough taste to see this as anything more than a cop-out on the re-release we all deserve lose their shit in droves. Angelic Pretty's lips have remained sealed on a possible release date, but sources say it should fall any time from when you have no money to when you were diagnosed with an expensive blood disease. Experts say check back when your rent is past due. Meanwhile, in things that aren't pink and are therefore unimportant, Alice and the Pirates continue their long-winded tradition with their latest release of the Grace Journey of Him pattern series. Suggestions of a shorter name were reportedly denied, and while there's no evidence to say that a middle schooler's poetry book was ransacked to obtain the title, this reporter firmly suspects BTSSB of stealing their lunch money out of spite. Alice has been unresponsive as to their stance on shaking children until money falls out, but sources say they're more than happy to take it standing upright should you have made their reservation between January 9th and 11th. Those who missed out will just have to spend money on Baked Letdown Parade. Speaking of baked, Angelic Pretty moved on to harder drugs this week with their latest release of the Fantastic Bunny Bag. Rumors have flown that Metamorphose may be their dealer, and after the rocky relationship with Jesus following the gigantic flop of Mary Bunny, AP could be acting out in an attempt to make the Son of God unholy jealous. The bag is currently available in horrible, awful, and dear God why, and should you have the extra 15,000 yen lying around, you too can look like you beat up the Easter Bunny and decorated its corpse. Remember, desecrating bunnies isn't normal, but on Meta it is. Moving on to financial news, bank accounts everywhere committed seppuku with the announcement of a British bear made to order re-release. The wave of bankruptcy to follow is expected to worsen the economy by at least a third, and experts recommend landlords sharpen their pickaxes should they hope to obtain rent anywhere between January 10th and 14th. Any eviction notices are suggested to be delivered with a sharp stick at minimum, and bright lights should keep those tenants at bay due to observance of Japanese time zones. Experts recommend you throw ramen and run. In geriatric news, Innocent World confused grandmas and grandpas everywhere with their latest series of what will be known as flash sales. The move comes at a time when the elderly among us are already inhibited by the cold, and in between fiddling with the thermostat for the 50th time and calculating the fine differences between time zones, police have urged the younger among us to take care that our frilly relatives aren't wandering the streets while waving their canes at the sky. Warning signs include pounding their fists on touchscreens, complaining about over-the-top sweet, and grumbling that their bloomers are in a twist. Give them something plastered with crowns and it should shut them up for at least 5 minutes. Turning towards our newest segment, it's time for that website everybody loves to hate in a bit called What the Fa Lace Market. The premise is simple. I browse here, find something that confuses, disturbs, or makes me question the whole of humanity, and you benefit from the dark marks it leaves on my soul. So without further ado, let's get this going! What the fa is that? I don't know if the designer is anything against sleep in general, or is just dead bent on creating the most nightmare-inducing bag in existence, but I can't be the only one hoping Mickey hasn't begun sodomizing trees in his free time. Woody Woodpecker's HOA didn't sign up to beat off a red-blooded mouse, and while I can't decide which part of this handbag disturbs me more, I like to hope it wouldn't stare at me with its dead little eyes while I burn it Chucky style in a vat of kerosene. The fact that it retails for $250 makes it a real steal at only $60 USD, and if you act now, you too can scare the shit out of everyone within 20 feet of you from here on out. That is, if the demon likely housed inside doesn't get you first. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you for watching Last Week Lolita News, and be sure to tune in next week when we tackle the tough questions like, is Milanu trustworthy? Will going to Anime Matsuri get you killed? And does Mr. Yan actually have my home address? This has been Tyler, you've been watching Scarfing Scarves, and I'll catch you next time.